Hi friends, you know what time it is. Let's talk about everything that's coming out to VOD this month. I've left a list of everything in the pinned comment below. But first, I get a lot of questions in these comments. Where do I watch these movies on VOD? Well, a lot of it is thanks to today's sponsor, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. Not only do they encrypt all of your data and keep you safe while you're online, they can also unblock geo-blocked content. So if there is a movie coming out that you want to rent, that you want to watch, all you have to do is type in the location and you're there. I swear by Surfshark. I've been using it for years and I actually pay for my own account out of my own pocket. That's how much I believe in it. It's affordable, it's user-friendly, and one account gives you unlimited devices. So I can use it on my phone, on my laptop, on my smart TV. If you do want to try Surfshark, they have a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee. So you can try it, and if you're not 100% happy with the service, you can get your money back, no questions asked. Use my code SPOOKY and you'll get 83% off plus 3 months extra for free. That's 83% off plus 3 months extra for free. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video and helping me out. You know the deal. We're talking about horror movies, we're talking about thrillers, and we're gonna do it in order of date release because you guys like that the most. Let's jump in. The park is being called Lord of the Flies meets an amusement park. In this new horror action, we follow a group of children who battle for control of an abandoned theme park when a mysterious virus starts killing all the adults, leaving society to be governed by children living on borrowed time. This one will premiere on VOD platforms from the 2nd of March. Shudder's Spoonful of Sugar follows Millicent, who is taking a semester off from her studies to concentrate on her thesis about children with severe allergies, which makes her the perfect person to take care of Johnny, a sickly, mute child who suffers from every allergy under the sun. His parents seem absent, but Millicent isn't perfect either. In fact, nothing is as it seems. This horror takes a pit stop into fantasy, and let me tell you, the trailer is bizarre. I'm really keen to hear from anyone who checks this one out from the 2nd of March. Please let me know what you think. Starring Jenna Malone, Consecration is said to hit VOD this month after a limited run at the cinema in February. So please keep your eyes peeled for confirmation because the date has not been locked in yet. The movie follows Grace, a woman who visits a convent in Scotland after her brother passes in a grisly and suspicious way. Will she get to the bottom of this murder, and does it start with her own truth? I was lucky enough to see this one last month, and although I wasn't a huge fan, the religious theme and of course Jenna Malone made me want to mention this one quickly for those who may be interested. Sound of Silence hits VOD this month, following Emma, a woman who flies from New York back to her hometown in Italy after her father ends up in hospital. And now all alone in the family house, she faces an evil entity that is connected to a cursed radio. Now she will have to unveil the dark secret behind the radio to survive the night and protect the ones she loves. This one hits VOD on the 6th. In Unseen, we follow Sam, who receives an unsettling phone call from a visually impaired woman who was attempting to escape from her abusive ex. Much like the premise of See For Me, Sam has to guide this mysterious woman to help her escape. What I like about this setup is that we follow closely what's happening on the other side of the phone with Sam, who needs to get through her shift while helping this woman literally fight for her life on the other side of the phone. It's an interesting situation, and the editing looks slick and fun, which is really not what you would imagine for this subject matter. This Blumhouse-produced horror thriller stars Jolene Purdy and Missy Pyle, and it will be out on VOD from the 7th. I am so excited to talk about this next one because I've seen this poster everywhere. Have you seen it as well? And the monster looks a little bit Cloverfield-ish. But unfortunately, it hasn't got too many good ratings just yet, but I'm still very intrigued about the lake. This Thai horror sci-fi thriller kicks off when a child removes a strange egg from its nest. Now, a gigantic, bloodthirsty monster emerges from its resting place to find its stolen infant. And it releases fury on the surrounding inhabitants, leaving a trail of death and destruction. Now, cut off from the other side of the world, the small town in in the middle of this disaster must fight back to survive. What do you think about this one? Is this a killer creature feature, or should it have been left in the pond? Are you interested? Are you going to check out The Lake on the 14th? Directed by Irish-born John Wright, also known for Grabbers, Unwelcome stars Hannah John Kamen and Douglas Booth. The film follows a couple who escapes their urban nightmare to get some fresh air and tranquility. There's no better place than the rural Ireland countryside. But when they arrive, locals warn them of mysterious beings who live in the surrounding woods. In Irish law, these creatures will come when called to help souls in dire need of rescue. But it's crucial to remember that there's always a price to pay for their aid. This one hits VOD on the 14th, and I loved what this director did with Grabbers, so hopefully it's a good one. We're not done just yet. There's still some more, can you believe it, coming out this month. And if you do find these videos helpful, please give them a thumbs up and don't forget to share them with any horror communities that you're also in. But let's keep going because there is more horror on the way this March. I'm really excited for this next one. Swarm combines thriller, horror, and comedy to tell the story of Dre, a young woman who is obsessed with a pop star. The series explores fandom and the dark and sometimes unexpected places it takes stands. I really love this idea and I can't believe we haven't got more on it, especially in 2023. And fun fact, this series is created by Donald Glover and Janine Neighbors. It also stars Dominique Fishback, Chloe Bailey, Paris Jackson, and my BFF, Rory Culkin. Rumors are that the pop star it's based on is Beyonce, which makes sense when you find out the alternative name for this one was Hive, which makes sense now it's called Swarm as well. This one hits Prime on the 17th. Kate Bosworth stars in sci-fi thriller Last Sentinel. The film follows a squad of soldiers that are stranded at an abandoned military base on a near future Earth, waiting for the relief or the enemy, whichever comes first. The movie's landscapes look haunting, and from the trailer, it appears to be the story of paranoia when humans are pushed to their limit. This one hits VOD platforms from the 23rd. Shudder exclusive Leave hits platforms on the 17th. We follow Hunter White, who was discovered abandoned in a New England cemetery as an infant. She was found wrapped in a piece of cloth covered in strange symbols, her origin unknown. Now, 20 years later, she is obsessed with finding out why she was abandoned and who her biological parents are. This is a Norwegian horror thriller, and I have a lot of time for Scandi horror. I can't wait to check this one out from the 17th. True crime lovers, get ready for Hulu's new film, Boston Strangler, which is inspired by true events. Their words, not mine. The film stars Keira Knightley, Carrie Coon, and Chris Cooper. We follow the reporter who first connected the murders and broke the story, as well as the challenges she faced being a reporter in the 60s, with one of the biggest scoops of all time. This one hits Hulu on the 17th. Children of the Corn is back for its third adaptation. This one being a remake which centers around a town massacre of adults and the events that led to it. I'm for sure checking this one out. It hits limited cinemas in the US from the 3rd, and then it's going straight to Shudder in limited countries from the 21st. The movie was shot in Australia, and although it's only now just being released, it was finished in 2020, and I can't wait to see what they do with the story. We had The Unseen and now The Unheard. Shudder original The Unheard follows Chloe, a deaf woman who undergoes experimental treatment to regain her hearing. But while she's recovering at her family's beach home, she begins to fear that she is not alone. On top of all of this, family secrets begin to float to the surface. Now Chloe starts to question her sanity. This one hits Shudder on the 31st. Taiwanese series Copycat Killer hits Netflix on the 31st. The show follows the investigation of a serial killer who is taking advantage of the media's interest over his murders, manipulating everyone involved and turning the murders into a spectacle. Okay, that's everything I had on my list. Is there any films that you are looking forward to this month? I know Scream is obviously coming to cinemas, but we're just talking about what's on VOD today. I think I'm keen the most on Swarm and The Park. Let me know what you're dying to see on VOD or streaming services this month down below in the comments, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye, friends.